Hey guys, welcome to the series on Power BI for beginners. And basically, what I want to intend to do with series is to cover the very fundamentals of Power BI for beginners, right? Or just getting started with it. So yeah, and right now we're looking at the interface of Power BI desktop. This is where all the data and report creation happens in Power BI, right? So before doing anything here, let's just see what will happens in Power BI on a more theoretical note, right? So I'll start off by telling you guys what the data lifecycle process is within Power BI, and we'll kind of move step by step from there, right? So I'll just show you a little PPT. So imagine you are basically walking four steps, right? From the left top to the bottom right. So the very first step that you'll be taking is to prepare the data. Okay. And by preparation, mainly there are two steps: A, cleaning; B, transformation. What these things are, we'll cover later. Just get the gist of it right now. After you prepare the data, you want to model your data. By modeling data, we mean creating relationships between different tables. Cool. Once you're done modeling your data and preparing your data, you now have a concrete data model on which you can build your reports and dashboards. That is what we do in Power BI. We build reports and dashboards. So that's what step three is: visualizing and analyzing your data by creating reports. And dashboards are creating on the fourth step, to be honest. But hey, okay, visualize and analyze your data to create reports. So if you really look at the nuts and bolts of it, visualizing and analyzing data are two different steps if you really want to get to the nuance of the subject. But we can argue that the two are very much cyclical in nature, right? So you visualize your data to get some kind of an analysis of how the data looks like, what the distributions are like. So that is your analysis, and using that, you can create even better visuals to display to your stakeholders. So visualizing and analyzing data, that's basically a cyclical process, and they go hand in hand. That is the third step. And finally, we manage the assets that we create in Power BI. So we create a report, then we generally publish it to the cloud so that everyone can access it from a particular location. By everyone, we mean the people who are collaborating on these reports, who are like Power BI developers, the data engineers, the data scientists, maybe, and stakeholders as well. So these are the four steps. Now, I would like to elaborate a bit on these four steps. So let's just go to an article that I had written a while back. So yeah, this is an article I'd written in LinkedIn. I just want to kind of take out some points from it to make these four steps a bit clearer, right? And I'll give a link to this article as well so that you can refer to it if you want to. Right. So data takes time to nurture, right? And initially you focus on data preparation. That's step one. Then, as you learn more about the organization's people, processes, and technology, you gain perspective, right? Once you gain perspective, you know what the optimal data model would be for your particular organization from that context. So you can create the proper data model once you've prepared it. After that, you go for data visualization and analysis, right? So you visualize your data to see how it looks. That the visualization itself gives you an analysis using which you kind of keep repeating these two, right? I'll just read out the definition for you if that helps differentiating these two a bit better. So as models mature and data volumes increase, the visualizations available to you increase in detail, variety, and size, right? So you're in a position to complete more analysis. So you see the definition wise, you these two are very similar and they're basically concatenated in one step only. And finally, you're in a position to do data management, right? Which is basically you create the Power BI assets and you deploy them somewhere, and then you just manage how the data refreshes and all these things. I hope that's cool, right? Uh, so yeah, basically I've covered everything I wanted to cover. You can read out the definitions here. I'm scrolling down slowly, and I'll also give a link to this article in the description below. You can read it out from there as well. Now, finally, I would just like to show you what all happens in the Power BI desktop. We'll not be performing anything right now. I'll just give you a tour of what all is there inside the this UI of our Power BI desktop software. So we'll take the same four steps and see how those are mapped in the software. So first you want to prepare the data. To prepare the data, the first thing you need to do is get the data. So there are two ways to do it. Either you see these options that you're getting here, right? Once you open Power BI desktop, this is how the UI will look. So either you import from an Excel, a SQL server, you can see here that you have a get data option. If you click here, you will see various options that you have to import data. See, these are the various options you have, the databases, everything. But what I generally do is, and this is recommended in the industry as well, is that you go to the transform data first. Once you go here, you will be directed to Power Query. Power Query is the extract transform load tool or the ETL tool within Power BI. So this is where all the data cleaning and transformation happens, right? So once you get here, you can go to new source and select the kind of data you want to get into your into your project, right? Into the Power BI project. So for example, I choose an Excel source and I have my sales data here. Let's say I want to import this. I'll click on it. You can see that the tables that were available there show up, right? So I get these choices of what I want to import. Let's say I only want to import the sales data, and it's also giving me a preview, right? Like once I click here, it's showing me how the data looks like, which is pretty cool actually. Then you go OK. So you'll see that Power Query has imported this data. Okay, let's refresh. Now, the thing is, you can do all kinds of data cleaning and transformation. I'll not get into that for now. Okay. So I've showed you where you import the data, prepare it. By preparing, we mean cleaning and transforming it. This is where all that happens. Cool. So let's say we close and apply this. Once you do that, what will happen is all the data will basically the transformations applied in Power Query will be imported into Power BI, which is this interface. And let's just wait for it to load. So I'll show you what we have next. So in this UI, you can now see that we have the sales data available. Now, before I do anything else, let me just tell you a bit about this UI itself. You can see that there are four panes here, right? We are currently on the on the report, sorry. Then we have the table view, which looks like this. Okay. So in the table view, it shows you the different tables you will be having inside your data model, and it will also be showing you what they look like. So you have the names of the tables and the snapshots of those tables essentially. Then you have a relationship view or the model view where the different relationships between the tables are shown. And finally, we have a DAX editor, right? Or the DAX query view. This is where you can review your DAX code. What is DAX and all? We'll come to that in later videos. For now, okay, just know that DAX, the full form is data analytics expression, and we use it to make calculated columns and measures. More on that later, right? Don't worry about it. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick preview of what all is there in Power BI. Right, and you can now do various aggregations. Like let's say I want to see what the total sales is. So I just pull in the sales amount here. Right. Oh, the sales date. Sorry. I wanted to, let's see the quantity sold. So you can see that it's telling me the sum, right? And similarly, I can ask Power BI, hey, tell me the sum of the quantity as per different product numbers. So what I'll do is go here and press don't summarize. So show me the different products and the sum of quantities sold. Anywho, these are all different things that will make more sense once we are working on a project, right? For now, I just wanted to show you what all is there in Power BI desktop. And finally, I told you you can manage your Power BI assets as well. So once you create the reports, you press publish, right? So that's when it goes to Power BI service, which is in the cloud, and it publishes the report. more in Power BI service later because we've not even covered the steps that happen before that. So it does not make sense to publish it. Just know that first you prepare the data in Power Query, then you make your reports in this view. The modeling happens here on this view. This is where you determine the data model. Then you make your reports. Then you share them with the stakeholders. That's about it, guys. Please do give me some feedback on this one. Like how informative was it, and what all you would like me to create on Power BI.